again, everybody. I'm Lisi. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making cookie dough brownies. I'm putting a little twist on this. Instead of the traditional chocolate brownie with a chocolate chip cookie dough on top, I'm doing a white chocolate brownie with a chocolate chip cookie dough on top. A little bit of a twist, something different. I want to remind you that the recipe is coming up at the end of this video. It's in the YouTube description box, and it's also on my blog, bakerchristinelisi.wordpress.com. Let's go over the ingredients. You'll need 1/2 cup of butter, which equals 1 stick. 1 bag of white chocolate chips. These usually range anywhere from 10 to 12 ounces. 3/4 cup of sugar. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I prefer imitation, but of course you can use pure vanilla extract if you like. 3 eggs. 1 1/4 cups of flour, scooped from your flour bag or your flour container into your measuring cup so that you get the correct amount. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. For the first step, put the butter and the white chocolate chips in a microwave-safe bowl, and you're going to microwave this in 45-second increments until you can stir it smooth. Here's pretty much what it looks like. You might have a few straggler chocolate chip chunks here and there, but trust me, it won't matter at all because these are really, really good brownies. Now we add the next couple of ingredients. The 3 eggs. I used to be much better at cracking eggs. A teaspoon of vanilla, which is just the capful. Of course, you can add more if you want. And the sugar. And stir this all together. Won't take too long. Pour in the flour and the salt and blend that all together. Then once it's all blended, you don't want to overmix. Use probably a spatula to make sure you get all the brownie dough into a 9x13 pan that has been sprayed with Pam. Spread it all around so it's even. You'll cook this at 350 degrees from anywhere between 15 and 23 minutes. You'll see some little golden patches on top. You'll insert a toothpick in the center and it'll basically come out clean. While the brownies are baking, we'll make the best part, the chocolate chip cookie dough topping. Here are the ingredients you'll need. 1 stick of butter. 1/2 jar, or more if you'd like, of hot fudge ice cream topping. 3/4 cup of brown sugar firmly packed into your measuring cup. 3/4 cup of white sugar. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Again, you can use imitation or pure vanilla extract. 2 tablespoons of milk, or you can use 2 tablespoons of water if you'd like. 1 cup of flour. Again, using a spoon scooped from your flour bag or your flour container into your measuring cup. And 1/2 bag of mini chocolate chips. Combine the butter, the sugar, and the brown sugar into your mixing bowl. You can use a mixer here if you'd like, but if the butter's soft enough, you can probably use a spatula or a spoon. You can even melt the butter because, let's face it, this is cookie dough, so nobody really cares too much about the texture as long as it's really sweet and it tastes good. See, it doesn't have to be too perfect because we're not baking it anyways. Add your milk and your vanilla and blend that in. Now we add the hot fudge. Again, as I mentioned earlier, you can use a 1/2 can, you can use a whole can, whatever you want. You could probably even use chocolate syrup or something like that, cookie butter, whatever you want, because again, we're not cooking this, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And the more chocolate, the better, right? Now pour in your flour. and blend it all together. Again, you can use a mixer or a spoon or a spatula. Whichever your preference is fine. The final ingredient for the chocolate chip cookie dough, a half a bag of mini chocolate chips. Stir these in. Of course, you can use other kinds of chips if you want, white, but I really prefer these mini ones. These are a really nice addition to this cookie dough. And here's how the cookie dough looks. These brownies baked for about 15 minutes. As you can see, there's little golden patches on top. Let these cool completely, and then we'll put the cookie dough on top. Now for the final step, we'll take the chocolate chip cookie dough and put it on top of our brownies. Thanks so much again for joining me today for the white chocolate brownies with the chocolate chip cookie dough on top. The recipe's coming up at the end of this video. It's in the YouTube description box, and it's on my blog, bakerchristinelisi.wordpress.com. You know, this is the first video I've done since we lost our chocolate lab, Charlie, and it's very strange because he would always make an appearance. He would either be laying on the floor, sometimes he would hip check me in the corner to get to some morsel that fell on the floor. Of course, no chocolate, but peanut butter, sugar, graham crackers. Charlie was always all about that. And it really means a lot to both Rob and I that so many of you reached out to us after we lost Charlie. I know a lot of you have gone through the same thing, so you know what we're dealing with. And it's amazing how much pets mean to us. Whether it's a dog, a cat, a horse, like they become family and part of your life. And when they're gone, it's a shocker. And it's so hard to get used to, like, your new normal. But I guess like dogs and cats and pets, they're with us and they teach us these lessons about how to live, how to love, and whether we take them in or not, who knows, but they do their best to teach us, and then they move on to the Rainbow Bridge where they wait for us and we will go to heaven with them someday. So we really miss Charlie and we love him, and we'll get another dog, but we always say to ourselves, you know, there will never be another Charlie. So you guys, love your pets and give them all a hug. I'll see you again next time.